making a run at it, aren't you? Rolling up a stake and going to Vegas.
The #1 poker internet show is now on the radio. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. For the next 60 minutes, we're going to talk poker news, entertainment, and have lots of Sin City surprises. The phone lines are open at 731-1230. That's 731-1230. Or toll free. 1-866-820-5528. That's 1-866-820-KLAV. Now, let's bring on the hosts. Going all in. Here is Mark Hoke.
Oh, yeah. Woo! Let's poker it up.
Wednesday afternoon.
It is.
Pane.
In Las Vegas.
A very nice day in Las Vegas.
A beautiful day.
Man, I'll tell you what. Like this every day. I'm good.
No, not every day.
It wouldn't be Vegas without 120.
Can't we just enjoy what we have?
We do.
Yeah.
You're
it's
the one
beautiful. It's beautiful out here, and everybody's like, well, we don't want it to be like this every day.
You're the one that's
Can't get
asking for
sunburned
change, right?
Inside a casino.
Yeah. If you want to get out of the heat, you can go into the casino. Very simple. Go to poker room.
That is a good point. Well, hey, we're here on the Mark Hoke Show. Thanks for being with us. Nate Dowland over there. Chugging coffee. I probably shouldn't have cued him first there.
Coffee.
Unbelievable. Joe Pane is
Special guest.
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember you.
Special guest.
I have a poker league.
I was in quarantine.
God!
I had some Ebola symptoms, and I didn't want to really share that with you guys, so I quarantined myself for 21 days.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, unlike the nurse and who thinks it's against our civil rights to be quarantined.
What a goon! You know,
Better
safe
safe
than
than
sorry.
infecting your friends and family. Right?
And
You know what?
a country.
She doesn't want to die alone.
Oh, it's just
She wants to take
ridiculous.
a couple of her friends and family with her.
Yeah, thanks a lot. We
Good luck with
appreciate
that.
Yeah. Well, we have a ton of poker news, and we have some great guests coming up today. First, Katie Stone from the Grindettes is going to be calling in, and Will Givens, winner of a World Series bracelet this last year, and of course, online beast. I mean, he was the man. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to play him.
You know, once you win a bracelet, you just never lose that title.
No, it's like somebody just dipped you in gold, and there you are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
World
It's a
champion.
world accomplishment.
Yeah, so we're going to get to talk to Will here in just a little bit, but there is a ton of news going on, so let's get to the read.
Scanning the poker tables from around the world. This is The Read, brought to you by the Nevada Poker League. Play poker for free and win cash at locations all across Las Vegas. Visit NevadaPokerLeague.com today.
I couldn't even decide where to start on all this stuff.
So much fun stuff going on, right?
Yeah,
Going out
a ton.
alphabetical order.
Alphabetical order. Well, how about we start with probably the biggest story, that the 2014 Poker Hall of Fame class has been announced. One no surprise, and one managed to make his way through. Daniel, we had 9 good nominees, of course.
Oh, okay.
10 good nominees there, but of course Daniel Negreanu will be in this year's Poker Hall of Fame class. Only the second person ever to make it in at age 40, which is the
minimum,
the youngest age that you can be inducted in the Hall of Fame. So big congratulations to Kid Poker, as he'll be in here.
First time on the ballot.
And Jack McClellan has finally made it in. Of course, for those that don't know Jack, Jack's 63 years old. He has been, actually started out as a bowler, if you didn't know that. But he has been working in poker for 5 decades. Has worked with Eric Drake, who's in the Hall of Fame, Jack Binion, Bobby Baldwin, bringing the WPT to the Bellagio, ran the Bellagio for forever, and of course a ton of tournament directing of the World Series of Poker. So Jack McClellan has been will be inducted into the Hall of Fame in about 10 days or so, and Jack is going to join us here on the show next week here live in studio. So
Awesome.
We're very excited about that.
Probably
That's
well
gonna be
noted for running the fairest player-friendly tournaments in the country.
Yeah.
Under 10% juice. Usually I think it was 8% the ones he was running at the Bellagio, which is... when you look now at the tournaments that are being run here in town with 25 and 30% juice taken out,
the Stratosphere charging 28% juice.
it's just crazy. Yeah,
That's unbelievable. Well, so congratulations to both those guys, as they will be joining in the Poker Hall of Fame. So congratulations
so
to Jack.
you
and
thought
Daniel.
Jack was a bit of a surprise?
Well, I wouldn't say a surprise, but you had 9 other great nominees there. So,
But Jack is also ill.
Yeah, Jack's not feeling well.
And he deserves to get it.
Well, I agree.
I hate to see people get nominated in after they've passed.
yeah,
Not to be able to
And
appreciate
enjoy it,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
yeah. So, but a crowded field, and Jack takes the spot. We also do have some sad news. Joe Sartori of the, of course, longtime poker room runner, dealer, and of course was heavily involved with Poker Night in America, passed away yesterday, and we want to
Very
give our
sad
condolences to.
I met
Poker Night
him many
America team.
times. He used to be the manager over at the Palms, and back when they had the Diamonds Forever Flush giveaway, and I loved it. He ran such a great room. Got to party with him at the HPT VIP party back in 2010. Yeah, back in 2010. It was a really good time.
Yeah, so we want
I
to
miss him.
That was Suttonwood.
Yeah, he apparently had stomach cancer. Was just diagnosed a couple of weeks ago, actually.
Oh, that quick, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was a little sudden, but yeah. So we want to wish everybody, Joe's family, friends, and the Poker Night in America team all the best in a time of
in
loss
peace,
for
sir.
them. Phil Ivey has announced a temporary closure of Ivy Poker. So the Play for Free poker app is going to be suspended for a little while. They're trying to pull some stuff together on that. So.
Like $12.5 million that he didn't get back from the lawsuit.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Who knows? We had a couple big winners out there on the circuit. As first, the WSOP Circuit Horseshoe Hammond main event goes to Rob Coventry, $313,933. Another huge event out there at Hammond, as we had 1,147 entrants in that one. Coventry knocks off Viet Vo to win the event. Steve Bellarakis finishing third in that one. Heartland Poker Tour also crowned a new champion at the Ameristar Casino, St. Charles. That goes to Matt Culberson, $129,147.
He satellited in for $365.
Not bad. So he defeats Michael Ross in the heads-up match out of Chicago, Illinois. So congratulations to Matt Culbertson there as well. And the PPC Poker Tour announced their Season 2 Player of the Year. That goes to John Ott. So congratulations to John for winning the PPC Player of the Year event, as he managed to hang on down there in Aruba. Also want to give some best wishes to Doyle Brunson. Of course, Doyle just recently had surgery and had a little bit of complications, but he's all good now and healing up. So Doyle's looking pretty good. So got a little news from Pam Brunson on that. Also, Mike Matiso is recovering from his back surgery. Some pretty serious stuff there for Mike.
Really want to make a bad joke, but he needs a spine to pay Ted Forrest back down.
Oh, come on. Wow. But Mike is, of course, had severe spinal compression, and he's in rehab right now. And learn to walk and everything again, and pulling it together. I'm going to go try and see Mike maybe in a day or two here. But we want to wish Doyle and Mike, along with Sissy Payne, or Sissy Murphy, the winning.
Get well soon wishes.
Yeah, get better. So everybody's all hurting. We could play the MASH theme song or something on here for everybody.
Everybody's got to be healed up by New Year's, right?
Yeah.
Got to have a big party out here.
Yeah.
Having
So
a party
Oh, a big party.
at your house.
We can.
there you go. Who's vibrating? Oh, that's
you.
that was me. That was me. I apologize. I think I'm getting a
The
call.
head honcho didn't turn his phone off.
I had
My
it on
phone's
vibrate.
dead, so
that
I don't
was
have to
me.
worry about
I
it.
do apologize. Yeah, Will's calling in. Hey, we got Katie Stone on the line, and Katie, welcome to the show.
Hey, Mark. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you? You're kind of hurting a little bit too. What's going on with everybody?
Oh, I know. I don't know. It's just the time of year. Everybody's having their weird ailments, back pain and everything like that. So I'm one of the injured group, unfortunately. With this,
Yeah, we'll get better soon. We would appreciate that. We're going to be of course, we're going to have Will Gibbons on here in just a little bit. And, one thing that, of course, Will's African-American player and, starting to become very prominent. And, one thing that I wanted to talk about today with you guys is, reaching out to women and minorities in the game, because, we want to have a huge population of players that the game just for some reason isn't reaching. Let me get it from you from the women's perspective. What more can be done to reach out to women and get them in the game?
Well, it's hard. I mean, for so many years, the public was really scared of online poker, because everybody, the government and everybody was, always saying bad things about it and how it was illegal, and they did a really great job scaring people. And so now I think they're having a tougher time getting people to really accept like the regulated sites, like that they're okay, and so regardless of trying to get more women into the game, I think it's just proving to be a little bit tough in general to get people to come to poker just because of what's happened in the past. But there's so many things that can be done just even from from the ground level, at local casinos, and as poker gets on TV a lot more people see it. There's just going to be more people coming into card rooms. And I think it's just important to remember that, women take up half of the population. It's a huge number. And I think it's just important for, room operators all around the country just to try to be as welcoming and as nice as possible to women.
How important is this Poker Night in America show coming up with all the ladies?
Well, it's huge. I mean, it's never been done before. I mean, putting, a group of relatively unknown, when I say relative, I mean, everybody knows the huge superstars of the old times, you're mentioning Joel Brunson and Mike Mattisau. Everybody knows, we were kids when, they were in their prime, obviously, but, I think it's a really great thing that there's going to be an all-female cash game with relatively unknown players to the rest of the world. And it's never been done before, I don't think, unless it's been done somewhere overseas. And I think I really commend the Poker Night people for taking a chance, because they don't have anything to base this off of. It could be one of the greatest shows that they ever film. It could be, a flop, who knows, but they're trying it. And I think that as more people and more players begin to see that, there's more women playing poker, and they're really recognizing that they can actually take up a good percentage of the participants in poker, I think that you'll start to see more and more women will get more comfortable playing the game.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that. And, of course, I'm going to be down there for that. So that should be very exciting. And you're going to be on there, too. So just get healed up and ready for that, okay?
I am. I'm very excited. And hopefully I will be able to sit in a chair comfortably by then.
Well, we'll find you a masseuse, I think. We'll get you taken care of. All right, Katie. Well, hey, thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. Feel better. And we will talk to you again soon. Okay. Thanks. See you later. You got it. Of course, Katie Stone of the Grindettes. Make sure you follow Grindettes on Twitter.
What's the buy-in for that Poker in America?
$5,000.
All ladies coming up with $5,000?
At least, yeah.
At least,
yeah.
Oh, you can buy in for more?
You can buy in for more, but min buy-in's $5,000.
Oh, should be an interesting game.
That's gonna be a great game. I can't wait to see it.
The when you look at the numbers at the World Series, as far as the women, I believe that there's less than 10% women that play during World Series events. So this is a relatively aggressive position for Poker Night in America to take, but I think an interesting one, because if it hits, they're going to be in the forefront of opening up, making poker aware to women. Women will probably stop flicking the channel if they see 7 or 8 women at a poker table together. They will swing right by if they see 8 guys. But they see 8 women at a poker table, they may stop and watch, which can't be bad for the game.
No, absolutely not. I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be a great episode.
Do we know who the other ladies are?
I don't have the list handy, but we can find that for you. But we also have another very special guest on the line. Join us here. Will Givens is on here. Will, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Hey, very happy to hear from you, my friend. Glad to have you on the Mark Hoke Show. So what's new with you, my friend?
Likewise.
Yeah.
I couldn't. What did you say? I have kind of bad service here. I'm in my hotel lobby.
Oh, well.
So pardon me if I go in and out.
Oh, that's all right. Well,
my bad. What did you say?
Well, how are things going for you? What's new?
Oh, I mean, just been playing the circuit lately. Actually, I took a break after the series for a little while, and then I went off to Florida, where I saw you at, and been just traveling, playing a little bit of live, and I just final tabled a circuit event out here in Indiana, Hammond / Chicago. People like to say because it's 15 minutes away, but so it helped me break even on the trip because live is very costly. So actually broke even on the trip. So now I'm just taking a break and gonna go see the Chicago Bulls play the Cavaliers on Friday.
Oh, there you go. That's always
taking a break now.
It's always a nice benefit of winning a World Series of Poker bracelet, man. We were just talking about it here. It changes your life, doesn't it?
It does. It really does, man. The leisure you have is just amazing to have your life. Like, you have full control, And it's like you don't let poker control you because, you have money. It's like people grind all the time because they say they need to make money to pay bills or whatnot. But once you have a certain amount of money, you can actually control your life now and not let poker be the number one priority, It's like I play when I want to play, so I don't really need to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is awesome. So. It's funny because if people didn't follow your career up to this point, of course, you'd won a couple $1 million online. You were very successful, and then you really got a chance to make your name for yourself here at the World Series this last year. You were on that final table with Dutch Boyd, and then came back and won a bracelet of your own. And, I can only imagine what it has done for your career in terms of people looking at you and how they see you differently, even though you've been very successful in poker before that.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy you say that because I didn't realize it until I just been traveling and people be like, "Oh, Will Givens, how you doing, man? I watch your stream." Or, "Oh," like everywhere I go, it's like people recognize me, and I'm a recognizable player now, which is good, and I love it. And but yeah, I was just telling a friend of mine how I was sitting at a table, and this guy was just flatting out hands that I played on the stream, and was just talking about how I'm a legend and all this stuff. I'm like, not so much, buddy, not so much. And then everybody at the table like, "Who is this guy? What do you mean?" He's like, "Oh, you don't know this guy?" And he just poured off of my stats, and it's like people actually really do notice it. It's quite. I'm grateful. I'm happy to be in the situation I'm in right now because at one point in time, I almost wanted to give up poker, and now it's like all the hard work is paying off. So, I do.
Has that been good for you, or bad for you at the table that people are starting to know who you are now?
Actually, how Dane Negreanu, he's known for using his table presence and talking to people, and I find that when you play live, it actually helps you out. You're able to get away with a lot more. You get people to make tighter folds or bigger folds, I should say, and because people now are like, "Oh, this guy, he doesn't mess around." You know what I mean? He's not just out there trying to make a move, or you actually know what he's doing, and they actually tighten up their range and they play against you for the most part. Sometimes you'll get people that will come after you because they were like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna beat him," but then once you stack that person and you make an example out of that person, and people at the table are like, "Okay, yeah, this guy is not the one to mess with," and then you get away with a lot more. So it actually works to your advantage if you use it right. I guess it worked for my advantage this last tournament. Because of my image, because the guy was talking me up, I was able to accumulate and get and win hands without showdown, and that's key. It's winning hands without showdown. So it worked for my advantage this time.
There you
go.
But
sometimes though people want to play against you, like, "Oh, I can beat this guy. He won a bracelet," or yada yada yada. Let me show him what's up. So it just depends.
Well, that's a mistake. I've seen you play. I wouldn't be messing with you. That's silly.
Yeah. But sometimes, I mean, cards fall your way, you know. You never know. That's what I love about poker. Anybody can win. You know what I mean? Anybody. It's a fair game. Everybody has the same advantages. Your cards play just as much as my cards. If the cards fall your way, then it can be your day. You know what I mean?
You bet. Well, all right. Well, hey, we're going to take a commercial break, and we're going to come back more with Will Givens. Of course, Joe and Nate in the house here as well. So let's take a commercial. We'll be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show. Thanks for being with us.
PokerShop.com is your one-stop shop for all your poker and game room needs. PokerShop.com has you covered with an incredible variety of poker chips and supplies, top-quality playing cards, plus gaming tables and room accessories, just like you'd find in your favorite casino. And if you're looking to spruce up your man cave, we offer a wide selection of decor options, from lighting to mirrors, and portable bars to bump stools, to make your game room the one all your friends and family will be talking about. So for everything you need to make your game night a great night, go to www.pokershop.com and receive 10% off your purchase with the code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You supply your friends, we supply everything else. Live it, love it. Pokershop.com.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Missouri stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel Apparel.
The poker action never stops at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. We have millions of reasons for you to be a part of our 4th annual Seminole Hard Rock Rock and Roll Poker Open, November 13th through December 3rd. Time to go all in. Opening event starts November 13th with the $500,000 guaranteed prize pool. Play in any of the events leading up to the championship at the premier poker destination. The Seminole Hard Rock Rock and Roll Poker Open Championship begins November 28th through December 3rd with a guaranteed prize pool of $2 million. Final table of the championship will be live streamed by Poker Night in America and aired on CBS Sports. Space is limited. Visit shrpo.com or the Poker Room for registration and details. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Hollywood. Must be 21 to play slots and table games and at least 18 to play live poker. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
I'm Dutch Boyd, two-time WSOP bracelet winner, and I want to share my story with you. 12 years as a pro has taught me a lot. For the last year, I've boiled it all down into a tell-all book, 90,000 words. In Poker Tilt, I take you on my journey through all the ups and downs that poker has to offer, all the manic highs and hellish lows of every bad beat and lucky draw. So go to www.pokertilt.com to read more, or just go buy the new book on Amazon or Kindle right now, pokertilt.com. I guarantee you'll enjoy the ride.
It's time for you to check out RogueWire.com. News, sports, entertainment, and the internet home of The Mark Hoke Show. Don't wait. Let the sparks fly from your computer at RogueWire.com. And of course, RogueWire.com is powered by BlueRail.net. For over 2 years, The Mark Hoke Show has trusted BlueRail.net as their exclusive host, and you can too. Visit BlueRail.net for top-level web hosting, website building and maintenance, one-on-one customer service, and much more. It's time to get on board with your winning combination. BlueRail.net and RogueWire.com. How far do you want to go?
RunGoodGear.com is one of poker's premier online stores for apparel. Their mission is to provide poker players with stylish and comfortable clothes for their daily grind. You've probably seen Run Good Gear at the World Series of Poker through Run Good Poker Pro Rob Salaburo, or around the country through the WSOP circuit. Today, RunGoodGear.com is the place to go to gear up for the poker fell. So go there now with the promo code HOKE. That's HOKE for 10% off your entire online purchase. Remember Hoke. Now go gear up.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, let's return to The Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
All right, and we are back here on The Mark Hoke Show, the number one poker news and entertainment show in the universe. Thanks to Joe Pane and Nate Dowland, of course.
It's a pretty big universe.
Well, yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Hey, we've got to take what we can get, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's disputing it.
You don't want to go country by country. You just want to go universe
just
right
universe.
away.
Let's just take it. Just take it over, like our guest Will Gibbons has done here, playing some amazing poker here recently. And of course, Will, I wanted to ask you, with what we're seeing with Poker Night in America now, doing an all ladies show and reaching out to women, and of course you being an African American, I know we got to talk a little bit about this at the World Series, but what do we need to do to reach out to the African American community to get more players into the game? So still have Will? Will, are you there? Did we lose him? Okay, we'll get Will to call back in here. All right. Yeah, but it's a very interesting topic, and our Lawrence is scrambling to get Will back on the phone here. Is he there? We got him? All right. Will's back. There we go. All right. So,
okay.
All right. So
That's
all right. Will, did you hear my question? Or I'm sorry.
Yeah, I did hear your
Okay.
question. I was responding, but I was on mute. I apologize.
Oh, no.
Touch phones. So, as far as the African American community, it's a hard thing to tackle because I feel not many African Americans are raised around poker, and like myself, I didn't start playing poker until my college days, and I thank the Lord for sending me to the college that I went to because the people that I was around played poker. Now, in Chicago, Indiana, there's actually more, I'm just going to say black players. There's more black players playing the game, and I was quite surprised than normal, than all the other stops that I've been to. And I really think it's just the area that the Harris Casino is located. Attracting them, I think we just have to get people watch TV or they listen to radio. I think you got to get a good African American spokesperson for that community to reach out to or to grasp onto, like they do for all other sports, So they can find the right guy for that and get them out there and advertise them. I think that would do a lot for just getting more African Americans to play, But I mean, there's some great women poker players out there, and I mean, actually, women in poker have grown. It has grown a lot over the last 5-10 years. So I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what to do to get more African Americans to play the game. I'm really not sure. I don't know. What do you think about that one, Mark?
Well,
what do you think can happen?
Well, I think that one thing you have to do is you got to reach out into communities where you can pull those players in, and I think it's interesting you said that at the collegiate, you started playing when you were in college, and I think that would be an interesting way to attack it, is to visit colleges and go out and reach out to guys while they're younger and try and bring them in. I mean, there's a ton of opportunities to do so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I agree with that. Go travel around different colleges and just have seminars. And but the thing about poker is, it's the outside looking in, it is all glamorous. But I mean, in all reality, some people shouldn't play poker. You know what I mean? Because it's not as easy as it may look. You have to actually put in a lot of time and a lot of hours and grind. You gotta have a passion for it. You know, and some people don't know how to balance it. Some people ruin their lives, you know, and you don't have that passion for it, it can get the best of you, you know. So I guess it's like anything that you do in life. If you don't really have a passion for it, then you shouldn't really do it. That's my opinion, you know. So, but you're right. If you go to different colleges and just have seminars to show them what the game's all about, the background of the game, the history and whatnot, and I think that would do a lot, actually, because a lot of people don't even know. Like, a lot of my friends that are African Americans ask me some of the most simplest questions because they have no clue about the game. You know what I mean? I introduce it to them, and it's quite funny when they actually go play cash games and they're telling me, describing hand history. It's just so funny talking to them because they're just like so back, like they have no clue what's going on, but they're having a good time. That's all that matters, you know.
Well, of course, your career has been very interesting. Of course, the successful online career and now building again live. You talked about some of the pitfalls and things that can happen in a poker career that can completely derail you. What did you do in terms of building your career that made you so successful? What were your keys to success?
Honestly, just hard work, dedication, and learning from my failures. You know, I really went into studying a lot. The game changed so much. So I had a couple buddies of mine, and we would just go over hand history. We would, after each session, pick whoever got the deepest in the tournament. We would go over that hand history, or we'll go into a tournament. I think it's stoppoker.com, thinkingpoker.com actually. And we'll read blogs and listen to podcasts and just balancing my life, you know, and work, just trying to have different, like a set schedule, you know, like I would get up, I would work out, eat good, spend time with my girl, but still have fun at the tables and wouldn't let it get the best of me. If I had a bad day, then let it go. Sometimes I'm not my worst critic, so sometimes I can let it get the best of me, but I just try to grow. You know, just try to grow and learn from each mistake every day, and it just worked out for me.
Well, and it was interesting too. Just at the World Series this year, you made a final table, you finished fourth, and then you had to come back. It was only a matter of a few days later when you won your bracelet, and so yeah. I would imagine there were and seeing the players that you were playing against, it was so many varied styles. I mean, you were going from playing against a player like Dutch Boyd to playing against some players that were just all over the place. What was what was yeah, we remember that. What was the learning curve that you got just in that time period that made you improve your game and helped you win that bracelet?
Was try to win as much pots without going down the showdown was key to me. Just trying to just put my opponent on the hand range and minimize my loss when I was beat and maximize my wins when I had the best hand. Not try to get all in and let the cards determine. I mean, that's pretty much key when you're playing against a field that you feel like you're better at. Talent-wise, you don't want to let them beat you by flip the cards. Like it just happened at the final table, I should have folded. I let her. She went all in with King 6 of diamonds, and I had Ace King of spades. I knew I had her beat, but I let the cards determine it, and a 6 came. And I try to avoid that. Try to just win without getting the chips all in the middle, because then that's when it's out of your control. Now it's in the card control. So it's pretty much what I try to do, and it helped me get through the fields. Just try to not get all in. Just take as many pots down as possible without getting showdown. And that's very key.
Yeah, that's a great philosophy. I know, I remember back a few years ago when Dutch Boyd was playing an Epic Poker League event, and he was over raising pots and saying, you know what, my best shot at this is to not give people chances to either outplay me or somebody to get lucky. I think that's an interesting tactic to bring that up.
Yeah, people will be like, whoa, you're 2x pot C-bet, like you're over-betting pot, or you're 4x 3-bet, like people, it's abnormal. But sometimes abnormal is good, and it's not the norm. You know what I mean? And that's what poker is all about. I feel like it's putting people in uncomfortable spots. You don't want someone to be comfortable. I don't want you to feel like you know what I'm doing. I want you to be uncomfortable and not know what's going on, and then you don't know how to adjust to it. That's what I want, and that's how I play the game. You know?
Yeah. What is the?
So I agree with that.
What are some of the biggest changes you've seen in the game in the past few years? Because obviously you've been out there and been very successful at it. What have you seen as trends and things that you've had to adjust to over the past couple of years?
The huge adjustment, I feel like, is people are calling stations. Before you can like blind versus blind, let's say. In the small blind, you used to be able to raise lighter and take the big blind, or on the button, raise lighter to take the blinds. But everybody defends. Everybody wants to re-raise. So now I'm very, very tight when it comes to the blinds because nobody's folding. Everybody catches a pair and they want to go to the river because people know how hard it is to make a pair. So I feel like now it's about value time. It's value city. That's what poker is now. Give value out of everybody because everybody's a non-believer. Most of people hate folding. People hate being bluffed. And I just feel like nowadays it's just about making hands. And once you make hands, get the value out of it. Yep.
Well, speaking of getting value, we're going to get value out of you and the rest of the guys here because it is time for the snap call.
Because we like to make our guests squirm and suffer, let's put them through the toughest grind in poker. Get ready, everyone. It's time for the snap call.
That's right, kids. It's time for our favorite game. These guys, you guys over here, Joe and Nate, you got to perk up a little bit. What's going on over here?
We're listening to Will.
It's interesting.
Paying attention.
Yeah, he's got some great stuff going on. Well, hey, we're going to play our snap call game. Will, this is real simple. We're going to ask you a question, give you a few choices, and give us your favorite answer. So we'll all be firing away on this. So let's start with Nate on this one. How about this one? Over under on time of Daniel Negreanu's Hall of Fame induction speech. Under 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Or to infinity and beyond.
5 to 10 minutes.
Joe?
Yeah, I don't think I know he always has a lot to say. He's blogging and always he's very opinionated. But I think he'll get his points across and his speech will be no more than 10 minutes.
Will, what do you think?
Daniel Negreanu, I would say over 10 minutes. He's gonna be the last option. He's gonna ramble on. He has a lot to say, and it's gonna mean a lot to Daniel, and it's gonna be known that it's gonna mean a lot to him.
There you go.
So I see him going for longer than 10 minutes.
I'm with you. I'm gonna make sure I've got some some stuff to perk me up for that whole thing. Joe.
Yeah.
Joe. Most important thing to do with the money from a World Series of Poker bracelet win: pay off the car in the house, pay off the backers, or pay off the bartenders and hookers.
Take my wife to Aruba. she's biting at the bit. I know she's kind of laid up, and she's been dying to go to Aruba. But right now her hands are tied. But I like all those choices. But take my wife to Aruba would be real important.
Will?
I say number one. That sounds good. Taking your wife to Aruba, but you got to pay the backers off. You got to keep your name good in the poker community.
There you go.
Nate, I agree. Because they're right there waiting for you.
Nobody went for the bartenders and hookers. I can't believe it. Let's try this one. Will, thing that would get Mike Matusow on his feet the fastest. Of course, Mike's laid up in the hospital right now. $1 million in a bag being added into the 2014 Poker Hall of Fame class, or Ted Forrest with a baseball bat?
I would have to say Ted Forrest with a baseball bat.
Nate?
You know it's Ted Forrest with a baseball bat.
Joe?
I already see Mike running down the hospital hallway with Ted chasing him about.
That'll work. Nate, how about this one? A nominee who didn't make it into the Poker Hall of Fame this year with best chance next year. Chris Bjorn, Jennifer Harmon, or Mike Matusow?
How does Ted Forrest not make that list?
Well, I'm just
Jen Harmon.
I want to know, but my bad.
Sorry.
I don't think Matusow is going to be on the radar for a long time. He has alienated a lot of people in the poker world, but man, maybe Jen Harmon, but she's more of a cash player than a tournament player. So none of the above, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, Will.
Ted Forrest.
See,
nobody liked my choices.
None of
Gee
the
whiz,
above.
I'm
Exactly.
so sorry. All right.
Oh, Ted Forrest wasn't there?
No, I didn't. I
should have been.
I only picked 3 of them. There were more,
Oh.
but you guys can say Ted Forrest. That's fine.
Ted Forrest.
All right.
I definitely think Ted Forrest belongs.
we need Ted on the show.
Plus,
Ted, if you're listening, call us.
Plus, I have to apologize to Ted.
Yeah, you do have to
I do want
apologize to Ted,
apologize.
Joe. You were very bad this World
Scared the
Series.
shit out of that man.
Whoa, hey,
What's
bleeper.
great about Ted Forrest is he didn't he win 3 bracelets in a row, like
Yeah.
like back in the day?
Yep.
Like who else will ever do that? Like that right there should put you in the Poker Hall of Fame.
That's
I
a good.
mean,
That's a good point. I'm sorry, guys.
First, back to back to back. Like, come on now. I mean, the game has changed, but that's crazy.
I'm so sorry. Now I feel like I wrote a bad question.
You did write
All
a bad
right.
question.
All right. There we go. All right.
Bad answer.
Joe, the Denver Broncos will make the playoffs and miss the Super Bowl, reach the Super Bowl but lose, or win the Super Bowl and build a 60-foot gold statue of John Elway and Peyton Manning towering over the Rockies.
I believe the Denver Broncos are on a mission to kind of make up for what happened last year. I mean, it was a complete disaster. Now, whether they're going to win the Super Bowl, I don't know, but hopefully they get back and at least have a complete showing as opposed to a
So
complete
answer the
debacle.
question.
They'll get to the Super Bowl, but they won't win.
Oh, Will, of course, from Colorado.
Sorry, Will.
Yeah, you already know how I feel about this one, Mark. I felt like we had the Super Bowl locked up ever since that last Super Bowl. So they are on a mission to show the world that we are sorry, but we are America's team. And
Woo, there you
go. We are coming with a vengeance. We pretty much changed everything that we did wrong in the draft and on the off season, and our defense is ready to go. Our offense is ready to go, and I honestly believe that we're going to go and win the Super Bowl. As far as building a big statue over the Rockies, I mean, I don't know.
Why not?
That, but I mean, they already are worshipped in Denver. John Elway and Peyton Manning. I don't know if they need a statue, but
I think more fans are going to be disappearing from the games.
Oh God, that was terrible.
Oh yeah, but he's okay. He's good.
He said he had his fill of football and just walked out of the game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Showed up 112 miles away.
Nate, what's your answer, Nate?
I'm not a Denver fan, man. I don't really care.
Don't care? All right, fair enough. Let's see what else we got here.
Go Lions.
Go Lions. All right. Will, the air in Colorado since marijuana was legalized is still crisp as a mountain breeze, has a funny twinge of a scent, or we can't see in front of our faces anymore.
It depends on what part of Colorado you're in.
How about at your house?
For my house, I don't smoke. That stuff is too strong for me now. I can't even.
You just bake it into the brownies?
Yeah, I can't do any of it. It gives me panic attacks. I can't deal with it. So
listen to this.
My house it's still crisp air, mountain breeze. You can't smell it. But as far as if you're downtown, you won't be able to see a building across the street. There's so many.
Nate,
I'm going up to visit Will.
Yeah,
Joe,
we have more dispensaries now than Starbucks. It's actual stat.
Wow,
it's more,
fantastic!
Yeah, it's crazy. So,
a lot less drunk drivers too. I'm sure.
The air in Colorado is always nice and crisp, and I don't think if you're up in the mountains, I think it's going to be nice and crisp.
All right, there you go. Last one, Nate. I'll start this one with you. Halloween costume best suited for Mark this year.
For Mark, meaning
for
you?
me, yours truly. A giant slab of meat, the Great Pumpkin, or Will Gibbons' cousin twice removed, Little Will.
The Great Pumpkin.
The pumpkin.
Joe?
Is Mall Cop not part of it? Because you not only look like a mall cop, you actually were in the movie.
I'm waiting to see if I'm in the movie for sure. What do you say?
Mall Cop.
Mall Cop. Will, what do you think?
I agree with the mall cop. You gotta have that option.
Wow.
Excuse me, can I see your receipt?
We have taken over Mark's contest.
Oh, that's unbelievable. All right, there you go.
You gotta go get the scooter too.
Well, you guys are heartless today. Heartless, I tell you. All right, there's your snap call. Will, thanks for playing that. Hey, we have to get one more commercial break in. We come back, we'll wrap it up with Will Givens and the rest of the guys here on the Mark Hoke Show. So stick around, everybody. We'll be right back. Hi everyone, Mark here. If you're a poker player like me and looking for something different and exciting to play, you should give open-faced Chinese poker a shot. It has just the right mix of skill, luck, plus a huge dose of the fun factor we're all looking for. There's a reason open-faced Chinese poker has everyone from the recreational player to the top pros hooked on its thrills, action, and unique social interactions you won't find in Hold'em. An incredible game like this has got to be worth checking out. And it's easy to learn, especially by using the ABC Chinese Poker app. Download the ABC Chinese Poker app on iTunes today and find out what everyone's talking about. And if you have questions about the game, tweet at ABC Chinese Poker and they'll be glad to help you along. So join the open-faced Chinese poker community today with the ABC Chinese Poker app, and we'll see you at the tables.
It's time for you to check out RogueWire.com. News, sports, entertainment, and the internet home of The Mark Hoke Show. Don't wait. Let the sparks fly from your computer at RogueWire.com. And of course, RogueWire.com is powered by BlueRail.net. For over 2 years, The Mark Hoke Show has trusted BlueRail.net as their exclusive host, and you can too. Visit BlueRail.net for top-level web hosting, website building and maintenance, one-on-one customer service, and much more. It's time to get on board with your winning combination, BlueRail.net and RogueWire.com. How far do you want to go?
Nevada poker players, it's time to get in the game with the Nevada Poker League. Play for free to win cash at every location, plus you also can win poker cruises and even a $10,000 World Series of Poker main event seat. It's a great way to play poker at no risk, make new friends, and build up your poker bankroll. The Nevada Poker League is never closed and is running games 7 days a week at a location near you. So what are you waiting for? Visit the NevadaPokerLeague.com right now for all the info. Don't wait. Play poker for free and cash in today with your friends at the Nevada Poker League.
Poker players, it's time to check out DeegePoker.com. Deej Poker is the unique and clever choice for a new generation of true grinders, representing the full spectrum of poker players from the novice to the world champion. A true Deej player gives their heart and soul for countless hours at the table to be the best. And Deej Poker Apparel shows everyone who you really are, on and off the felt. So join the new generation at DeegePoker.com. That's DEEG Poker.com. Deej Poker, the world's newest poker apparel store.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, let's return to The Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
And we are back here on The Mark Hoke Show. Having a great time, mostly at my expense, apparently.
Apparently. Should be.
But that's all right. I don't mind.
It's The Mark Hoke Show.
Hey, we're having fun.
You're the guy that makes the big bucks, so.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Of course, hey, the Mark Hoke Show is powered by BlueRail.net and brought to you by Blind Squirrel Apparel, the Nevada Poker League, PokerShop.com, the new book Poker Tilt by Dutch Boyd, Deej Poker Apparel, Run Good Gear, RogueWire.com, and ABC Chinese Poker, that great app. Make sure you download that puppy today.
You
Good
know,
stuff.
you asked Will a question about what he thought was the best way to develop more African Americans and more women into the game, and you also mentioned the college thing aspect, and that's a great idea. But the problem is that the kids that are in college don't have the money to actually go out and play.
They have credit.
Yeah, student loans. No, but and while we were on break, a commercial ran from one of our sponsors, the Nevada Poker League, and I know if you live outside of Nevada, you can't do it. But Nevada Poker League actually does that. It lets you be able to play, hone your game, and it's free to play. So,
But you have to be 21.
okay,
bars.
well, so you have to be 21 to go play in a poker tournament too. So,
Yeah.
but that's a great way of developing your game is to play in Nevada Poker League because it's zero buy-in.
There you go.
I got that plug in.
That was very good.
Yeah, smooth, right?
Very, very smooth.
Well, it was part of the question though. So
Where's the
yeah.
game tonight?
We have 4 locations tonight. Timeout, Rush Hour, Remedies, and I'm missing the 4th one.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
Better go to NevadaPokerLeague.com and look that up, Joe.
Putting you on the spot there.
I can't think of the 4th one.
That's hilarious. Oh man. Well, of course, you being from Colorado, we got about 4 minutes left. What's the poker scene like out there? I know there's a lot of pretty good rooms out there. What's going on in Colorado?
We have one of the best limit games I guess you can find in the United States. As far as no limit, there's house games and whatnot, but we have $100 max bet, and that pretty much keeps us from going broke, I guess they say. So they have a 30-60 with a 50-100 half kill, and the tournament scene is pretty nice. Whenever the shops come by into Colorado, they always are one of the biggest stops, like the Heartland and the MSBT now, and WSOP Circuit came by, but poker is it's a big sport out in Colorado. A lot of people love it, or hobby, I guess you could say. A lot of people love poker. Poker's not frowned upon in Colorado. A lot of people play.
There you go.
And a lot of people smoke, too.
Yeah, a lot of people smoke, a lot of people play poker, so it's a great place to live.
Except at Will's house.
Yeah. Yeah, Will's no fun at his place.
Boring, Will.
Yeah, I just lay up and watch sports.
And count
in
your
my
money.
house.
Will stays at home and counts his money.
Right.
There he goes.
That'll work. Hey, well, speaking of count the money, Will, you got a clothing line you're putting out. I want to make sure you got to mention that.
Yeah. I'm coming out. It's called Woe Poker, and it's each letter stands for so Woe is spelled WHOA. W stands for winning. H stands for hardworking, hyphenated. O stands for optimistic, and A stands for ambitious. So it's Woe Poker. I haven't really launched yet. It's been in the making. I sent you the prototype, the symbol, but logo, I guess you should say. But yeah, I plan to have it all set up, and hopefully I can get a tent or a station this summer up at the Rio. But yeah, I'm coming out with my own little clothing line.
Oh, very nice stuff. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, so
maybe his clothing line will be in your booth this year.
Who knows?
You never know.
I want to have a girls clothing line and a men's poker apparel. So
there you go.
Hopefully it goes well.
Yeah, see,
I
smart.
got to take the right steps,
Smart guy, invest the money, do something smart with it.
Exactly. I just bought a house, closing at the end of the month, and just investing in all different types of things. Just gotta put my money into investments,
You bet. And of course, guys, if you want to follow Will on Twitter, it's I'm a Hustla, HUSTLA _1, and follow one of the great up and coming players in the game. And of course, World Series Poker bracelet winner Will Givens. Will, hey, I want to thank you for coming on the show. I really do appreciate it.
I appreciate it too, having me. You guys take care and you have a good day.
You got it, buddy. Good luck to you.
All right. Thank you, man.
There you go. That is one of the guys you better be watching for the next couple of years. He is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the poker world. Yeah, I mean, superstardom is on the way for him. Hey, make sure you guys, of course, follow the show on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show. We'd certainly appreciate that. Facebook, The Mark Hoke Show. And, catch our podcast, markhokeshow.podbean.com or iTunes. Of course, grinding and ground over there.
You can catch me tonight on Until Radio on the Big Ass Poker Show.
And you can catch me tonight at our 4th location, which is Distill, Southern Highlands.
You said Distill.
No, he didn't. I said Remedies. Remedies, Outpost, not Outpost, Remedies, Timeout, Rush Hour, and Distill.
There you go.
One of our listeners texted me to tell me about our schedule. Thank you very much, by the way.
Wow. Unbelievable. Well, guys, thank you for joining us here. Hey, Jack McClellan on the show next week. Should be a great time with the soon-to-be Poker Hall of Famer. Thank you for joining us on the Mark Hoke Show. We'll see you next time.